What?
Like, on the camera wheel, keep them.
Yeah, that's because I'm standing in a hold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Here, hold this. Ready?
Yeah.
This is a take, everybody. Shut up! I swear, if I have to come over to that crafts table. Ugh. 2, 3, 4. Okay, go. It's okay. And hi.
Hi.
Everybody. Trying to hog my spotlight. This is a show that I do where I talk about comics. Picks of the week. My special guest host this week. Ron, you want to come out here and tell them what you did to deserve this?
But I do.
That's what I thought. All right, so first up, last week I read Atlantis. This is my son. Atlantis wasn't built for the two of you who watched. Atlantis wasn't built for tourists. It's pretty good. It was I'd have never heard of any of these. Well, Eric Palicki, the writer, I think I'd heard his name before, but the pitch line was Lovecraft meets Leone. So I was like, all right, good. So far, there's not a lot. Yeah, his ears perked up at the Lovecraft. I'm teaching him racist literature. It's kind of my first thing. I don't want to let the schools get. He's reading The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn on my orders right now. So it's not as funny as I thought it was. That's most of my jokes. So far, there's not a lot of Leone. So far, it's essentially vampires versus lizard people. So, yeah, it's pretty fun. You can read this too later if you want. Also, last week I got Big Girls #1, which is actually 2 weeks old, but, I got busy. This is by Jason Howard, who drew Trees, and he's drawn a couple other books, but Trees is what I know him from the most. This is the first book that he wrote himself, but this seems more boring with someone else in the closet with me. Even someone who's vaguely interested in this sort of thing. I still feel like I'm just going, that's how it sounds like. Is that what it sounds like?
Yeah.
I'm going to punch you right through your head. This is very weird. It was a lot of fun, but it's a dystopian future, obviously, and where babies for some reason grow into giant kaiju monsters, so they get killed.
Like human babies?
Yeah. It's really brutal.
Then how do the adults
So the big girls are literally big girls that are these giant girls that they grew to fight kaiju.
Oh.
So it's fun, but it's.
They decide which one's a baby kaiju.
You have to read issue 2 number to find out. Issue number 2 number. And it reminds me, there was a book. Gosh, this was in the early 90s, but there was a book called Here Comes the Big People, and it was written by Trace Billou, who was one of the original writers and performers on Mystery Science Theater 3000. And it wasn't as dark, but it was kind of a similar premise. It was very silly. So this is pretty silly, but also kind of dark. There's a very dark infant death in this movie, in this comical book. And then finally I read Shadow Service #1 from Vault Comics. This was all right. This is probably, of the three, it was probably the one I was like, eh. But it is, the way Warren down at the shop put it to me when I bought it was it's kind of like Ilyana, Darkchild from the New Mutants, but, like almost like a Doctor Strange thing. Instead of a mutant, she's like a magician. You get it. But yeah, it was good. It just was kind of like, just fine, I guess you could say. And just like this segment. Picks of the week. Da-da-da-da-da-da! So anyway, maybe later. Picks of last week. Da-da-da-da! Oh wait, that was picks of last week. This is picks of the week.
Yeah.
I like to think that I have this show pretty well organized. I think the thing that's happening now is the crafts table people won't shut up! This is a take! Man. Right? I mean, I don't like to get shouty, but gosh.
Yeah.
I'm a professional here. I wish I had some more. All right, now that I've saved this comedy bit by screaming, that's an old trick. All right, so these are the picks of this week. So first up for picks of the week, I got Hellions #3, which is one of the newer X titles. I don't remember what's going on in this at all. I picked it because Madeline Pryor, the Goblin Queen, is in it, and I've had a crush on this character since 1988. Because if there's one thing I like more than redheads, it's mean redheads. So this will be exciting. This is a weird team. Now that all the mutants ostensibly all live on Krakoa as one society, there's not really any mutant villains anymore. Like Professor X and Magneto are both kind of like co-presidents of the island and stuff. So this team features like Sabretooth and Mr. Sinister and Havoc, even though Havoc has been not quite as bad. Quanon, he used to be Psylocke. So it's like the more badasses, hence the name. Hellions was a book I never read originally. That was the book where Emma Frost taught. Oh, thank you so much. Emma Frost taught a class. And I'm so glad we have your shoulder framed in here this whole time too. It was a lot cuter when you were
want me to
smaller.
be in or
Why can't
out?
you be 8 years old again? That's good. There you go.
Yeah.
Actually, when you did this last when you were 10, that was as far as you came up. That was 2 years ago. Now look at this idiot. All right. Remind me to beat you up after this. Also this week I bought this book, Mad Doctors #1. I don't know.
Lara looks cool.
We just thought it looked cool.
Yeah.
And the boy actually saw it first and he's like, oh, that looks cool. And I'm like, you know what? You're not wrong. So I don't know why, but I have a feeling like this that you can't really tell, but that's a sticker that's been placed on the thing itself. So the creator likely did that, which makes me think it's probably a local guy. You know what I mean? So I'm always happy
We're
to
supporting local business.
support local business, yes. Specifically in the creative side of things, yeah. So it looks really cool, though, as you can see from the cover. It's an undeniably pretty cool cover, so I'll obviously fill you in next week. Thank you, I think I got it. And then, do you want to go grab what you got, and we can show that off, too? Because
I read the first copy.
yeah, okay. Bring those two over here.
Susan!
Okay. Quit trying to wedge Susan into the thing. It's not working. While he's doing that, you don't get yelled at in my house unless you do a bad joke. I bought this Mega Man book, Fully Charged, #1. I don't know who I don't know. I don't think I know who any of the creative team is. And the last Mega Man comic book I bought was a big old turd. But since this is from Boom Studios, which is a pretty reputable publisher, I thought I'd give it a go. And even though I don't play video games anymore, Mega Man has always been, it was one of my favorite games growing up, and just the character and that world in general has always been a lot of fun to me, so I was happy to buy it. Those were picks of the week. Dee. Here, I'm going to put this up so you can, in post, put that at the beginning where it should have gone. All right, and now we do picks of the week, Grayson edition. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Small closet. Okay, I got Marvels of the Wasteland, issue 1.
Avengers of the Wasteland.
Avengers of the Wasteland. It was good. I just recently got into comics, so this was a little bit
A
shorter.
couple hours ago.
Yeah. It's shorter than I thought. It's still really good. Good introducing the characters and explaining everything that's happening. It does kind of throw you just randomly in the middle. If you don't, it's about a bunch of superheroes, a bunch of supervillains, especially Doctor Doom, takes over the country of America and the world. But they're dead set on taking over America, and it's about that's the son of Thor. That is. They don't know. They don't explain who this is.
Son of Hulk.
A son of Hulk.
That's all right.
So,
Take it again.
son of Hulk. This is Thor, but this is Thor, and this is the Ant-Man. But he's not Ant-Man. He found the Ant-Man suit. They explained that in book 1. And Captain. I'm not gonna spoil that.
No, good.
But yeah, I gets a 9 out of 10 on my book. The art's really good.
Grayson, I have a quick question. What made you pick this book? You were, because we were in the shop and he was kind of like, but then you saw that and it really grabbed your attention. So what was it?
The art looks cool. The cover art.
Juan Jose Reap, cover art. Very good artist.
Second cover art I like more.
You could have brought that one in here too, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, I like the concept a lot too.
Do you want to grab your free comic book day ones too and talk about those?
I haven't read them though.
That's all right. I haven't read these yet either. He's gonna grab the free comic book day ones again. How are you though? Good.
Okay.
Back
to creation. Get at. Okay. Donut Destroyer.
He's Donut the Destroyer.
Donut Destroyer. Really like the art on this one. It's kind of like a more cartoony, more than realistic. I really like the art on this one. This one, I really, really like that on this one. There's a book by people made Captain Underpants. That really shows my age. And they had a smaller book, I'm pretty sure, called Ook and Glook, Time Traveling Cavemen.
That was the same creative team that did this book?
No, I don't think so. The art similar is alike, and I really like that book. Yeah, this looks good as well. I haven't read these. I'm probably going to today.
Those should now be available at your local comic book store, just as they were at ours/mine.
Yeah, buy them. Well,
that was
don't buy
picks of
them.
the week, Grayson. Oh, go ahead.
You don't buy them.
They're free.
Yeah.
But you took his
For
meaning.
you,
You get it.
Yeah.
Look, why do you have to make this into a fight? We're just trying to help. I mean, right?
So
It's, I don't get it.
Mm.
Picks of the week, Grayson Edition. All right.
Whoa.
So that, get out of my spotlight. Get your own damn show.
I will.
Please don't make this screen.
I will. Now over.
All right.
I'm gonna steal all your audience.
Yeah. God forbid you'd steal 3 people from me. I think that's everything, right?
Yeah.
The boy's also been reading Runaways there. You want to go grab that?
Yeah, I'll grab one. Real.
I've been trying to make him read more because he's not in school right now. So I got him for a couple weeks, and he seems nice. And so I'm trying to get him. I got him read Huckleberry Finn, and he's enjoying it now. But this caught his attention first. This is volume 1 of the Runaways. This is Worm Turns, the Jimmy Calloway sticker he's using as a bookmark. I don't know if y'all have ever read this, but it's written by Brian K. Vaughan. I don't much care for this digest size because it's smaller pages than in the original, so they had to shrink them all down, But I mean, they were at the time. This is from like 2005, I want to say. They were kind of aiming at a younger audience, like certain dummies I know, and it seems to have worked even here 15 years later. Have you watched this show yet, Bubba? It's a TV show on
started
Hulu.
it. It's too boring. I kind of.
Oh, you didn't like the show?
No.
Well, again, we see comic books are the superior art form. Isn't that right, boy?
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah, you go ahead and talk about it.
I don't like the art that much at all.
Let me see. Keep talking.
I don't like the art very much. It's a little. It's
Adrian Alfona is the artist, and I think the art's fine, but she or he, I'm not sure who, if it matters. They haven't done a whole lot since then, so I don't think that's great. But
As you can see, I'm only
I
at.
can't be held responsible for everything he says.
I'm only at like page 20 or something, so it hasn't really kicked in. But I like it so far. That it's very funny. The first 5 pages are really good.
I was going to ask, is that what you like the most? I don't need to be in here. Do you
Yeah.
like most about it? Is that it's funny so far?
Yeah, the first it's really good. I just like it. The characters are really good. They do a really good job
Did you
kind
ever
of
watch-
explaining them.
Yeah. Did you ever watch the show Lost?
No.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That guy ended up writing for Lost after he did this. He's a big deal. It's written by Brian K. Vaughan, if you're not aware, who wrote Why the Last Man, which I think is also going to be a TV show pretty soon. Why the Last Man and Ex Machina are his big ones. But Runaways was his first major Marvel book, and it's really good. I like Brian K. Vaughan a lot, but his stuff gets kind of cute, but it works with a bunch of teenagers, as you might expect. And it worked on this face here. How can you resist it?
Mystery Bunch.
All right, I think that's enough, huh? Yeah. We're at about 13 minutes. It's 13
We're
minutes
gonna
too
head
many.
out.
We're going to head out. We got a lot of stuff
Yeah.
to do. We got people to see and, deals to cut and women to make feel uncomfortable.
Nana hasn't been feeling too good.
Nana has not been
We gotta
feeling
check
well,
on her.
so we're going to go hold a pillow over her face until she feels better.
He's as a silencer.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we just don't want her to suffer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she suffered enough with it, too. So that'll be it for this week. Oh, where's the sign? Oh, here it is. All right, you got to hold
Very
this up.
organized.
But, what?
Very organized. Shit.
I'm going to organize you right through this window. Organizing your guts off the sidewalk. Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
But to the better beep ba 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 ba. No, I'll do the thing. Ba da ba ba. Don't you dare! How dare you?